What are you waiting for?
Come join the Geek Drums Nation. What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about some of my favorite fall TV. Yes, the fall TV season is back in full effect. Some of my favorite shows started back this week, and I just watched a few of them today, and I took some notes, and I want to talk to you about them. I want to expand the range of things that I talk about on this channel. I like more than just Dragon Ball Z and speedsters and superheroes in general. I like more than just that. I am a TV enthusiast. Like, I love everything from the cinematography to how they shoot things in general. I love it. I love the way TV works. If I could work in TV, I would. That has always been a goal of mine. But before we get into any of that, if you are new here, please feel free to like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. You can also become a channel member if you choose to do so. Feel free. I have great perks, and we have a great live stream that we do every Tuesday, if time permits, if I should say that, because it has been every Tuesday as of late. I'm a father. I have things to do. But yeah, without further ado, Chicago PD. How many Chicago PD fans I got out there? Chicago PD season 12 started today. I spent the better half of the summer binge watching Chicago PD from season 1 all the way to season 11. I started in May. I want to say I finished around June-ish, towards the end of June. I know I finished somewhere, possibly I finished somewhere in July. I know I finished before I went to Comic-Con. And now I just started watching Chicago Fire, and I'm already on like season 4 or 5 of that. So I'm moving, guys. I'm moving. But Chicago PD season 12 episode 1, it started off with a bang, guys. Started off with a bang. And yes, spoilers if you have not watched the episode. Spoilers. It aired yesterday. If you didn't watch it today, that's your problem. That's not mine. Guys, we started this season off with a bang. We know how last season ended. Upton left. Voight was taken hostage. He was almost killed, but with the help of Upton, they caught the perp. Voight literally killed the perp, and we pick up this season. This season picks up exactly a month after the finale. Upton is already gone, and we were expecting to see the same team, right? We're expecting to see the same team. Hey, but turns out that Burgess is away at a conference, so they have one of Adam's, old police academy buddies. She's filling in. Emily Martell. Keep that name in mind. She is very important to this episode because we know there is a new cast member joining that has ties to she has ties to Kevin. She has ties to Kevin Atwater, but she did not premiere in this very first episode. I was looking for her. I was very thrown off by Emily Martell. Emily Martell is played by Victoria Cartagena. Victoria Cartagena? Am I mispronouncing it? I probably am. I'm probably butchering it. But you know her as Renee Montoya from Gotham, but also Renee Montoya from season 3 of Batwoman. So when I seen her on my screen, I'm like, whoa. Hey, there's Renee. What are you doing here? But she had a great and shocking storyline in this episode. But basically, what we pick up is Voight is basically running from case to case to case. Now, me personally, I was thinking the same thing that the ASA Nina, remember Nina, she came in last season as well and started getting close to Voight and working with Voight. I was thinking the same thing she was in this episode. She's basically saying it seems like he's running from case to case to case. Adam even states that they have 12 little open cases, and then he takes this case that they just got today. They take this case that they just got, and they want to pass it off to narcotics because it is a drug bust of sorts. This guy went up and shot up a trap house. Well, not even shot him up. He beat them to death and stuffed socks down their throats. Yeah, Chicago PD, if you haven't watched it, Chicago PD is very, very graphic. But they want to pass this case off to narcotics. Voight is like, no, but as we see in the montage at the beginning of the episode, Voight is literally going from crime scene to crime scene to crime scene to crime scene to crime scene. But what my wife pointed out was the fact that all of this was going to tie together. All of this did tie together because when Voight did get a call to go to this trap house, he arrested a young lady outside, went in the house, found a guy standing over one of the bodies, but he wasn't there because he had just killed him. He was there because he was trying to keep the guy alive. Now, this guy, Rabbit, another police officer, you know, just a uniform officer, tells Voight, hey, yo, look, he's a frequent flyer. We always take him in. You know, he's a prostitute. He's a male prostitute. He was there to meet a John, yada, yada, yada. So Voight tells the guy, you can either go with them, you'll get processed, and you'll get taken into custody, or you can come with me. I can take you home. We'll get there home safely. But, you know, Voight wants to talk to him. He wants to interrogate him without interrogating him. So that whole scene was funny because anybody that watches Chicago PD knows that Voight knows how to get under somebody's skin. He's driving him. The guy's telling him like where to turn at so nobody sees him with a cop, but he's not trying to give Voight the information that he wants. So Voight is like pulling up and pulling out of alleys and all of this other crazy stuff, but then tells him, always remember the deaths. It sticks with you. Remember those in those moments, because Rabbit was there when that guy was taking his last breath. Little did we know that guy was one of the drug dealers that was selling this stepped on, you know, like messed up drugs, this messed up heroin or whatever the drug was. It was laced with battery acid. It was terrible, apparently. I wouldn't know. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. I just watch shows that have them in them. That's all I'll say. But so we come to find out that Voight sees this candy wrapper in the dude's hand. Like, this dude is a drug addict. He's a hype. He gives Voight some information, but not all of it. Voight comes back with a name. The suspect's name is EJ. They go after him. They do not have a warrant at all. They do not have a warrant. And that is very important because Adam also does bring up that the new deputy chief is looking into every single unit. So that's something they have to worry about as well. That is something they have to worry about as well because of the new deputy chief, who does show up. His name is Deputy Chief Charlie Reed, played by Sean Hatosy. I think that's how you pronounce it. That is Hatosy. That's his name, Sean Hatosy. And yes, he is looking into every unit. And yeah, like I said, before the hour show is up, he does show up. He does introduce himself to Voight. Now, they catch EJ. They catch up with EJ. The whole thing with EJ getting caught was crazy, though, because Adam is the one that found EJ. Like, it was a weird exchange because he's on the phone with Voight, tells Voight, yo, we found Adam. He just ran into such and such building. But, like, they're getting ready to, you know, like, sneak in there. And as Adam is walking up on the phone, the guy literally walks out the door, spots Adam, clocks him, knows he's a cop because, well, they look like cops. So Adam pursues him on foot. They scuffle, they fall, they jump over a fence, they scuffle, they fall, and EJ gets the drop on him, has the gun on him. Now, what we do eventually find out, and kudos to Emily, by the way, because she comes up behind EJ, puts the gun on him, and the day is saved. At least for right now, the day is saved. Now, the thing about EJ, he didn't kill those guys just to kill them. He didn't kill those guys to steal their drugs. Remember, Voight did go to his house. Voight did enter his residence without a warrant, which is another thing they brought up a second time. He did enter his house without a warrant. When he got in there, he saw that the guy was basically trying to get rid of the evidence, but he saw that he dumped $20,000 worth of drugs. He dumped them down the toilet. Now, why would you do that if you went to rob a stash house? Well, Voight starts putting two and two things together because, again, he sees the candy wrapper, the same candy wrapper that the other guy, Rabbit, the John, the prostitute, that he had in Voight's car. Voight sees that the address to the trap house is in there. Goes to confront Rabbit. Rabbit does eventually tell him the truth. Rabbit did not know that EJ was going there to kill them. He thought that he just wanted to go talk or possibly buy drugs. Now, Rabbit was upstairs. He was upstairs. He didn't see the murders take place. That's why he stayed to help. That was the one talking point that he said that was like, okay, yeah, you weren't really trying to hurt. If you were in on it, you wouldn't have tried to stay to save them. That made sense to Voight. So they make Rabbit the CI. And all of this happens after they already arrested EJ. They make Rabbit the CI. He goes in. He tries to buy some of the drugs. But, you know, CIs get a little bit overzealous in these shows. They got to play up the drama. The guy starts talking too much, asking too many questions. But the guy eventually does say, we got rid of those trash drugs. We got rid of them. That problem is fixed, yada, yada, yada. That's enough for Voight and the team. They rush in, but Rabbit is shot. Rabbit does survive, though. Rabbit does survive. So after all of that, we get Voight talking to Nina, the ASA. They're talking, and she's like, I know Upton would have said something to you by now, in so many words. And he's basically telling like nothing is wrong. And she's like, I know you thought you were gonna die. I know you were, you may have accepted it. Yada yada yada. Voight's like, I'm not in a hurry to die. It's not my time yet. When I was in that basement, I saw Alinsky. And Alinsky told me it's not my time yet. It's not my time to die. He's basically saying like he's just working to work. He wants to put these guys away. So after all of that, they're wrapping up all of this, and we see Adam with Emily. They get in the car. They're just driving. And at this moment, I'm like, something's about to happen. My wife is like, something crazy is about to happen. Well, they're driving. They pull up. They get to an intersection. They hear 2 shots go off. Immediately, they're cops. They jump out the car. Adam takes cover behind an SUV. They tell the lady to get back in the house. She's outside like, what's going on? Next thing you know, we hear 2 more shots. We hear a body drop. Adam turns around. Who is it? It's Emily on the ground. Emily gets shot in the head on literally the first episode. And they didn't have no musical score with this. They wanted you to feel the drama. Now, like I said, I love TV dramas like this. I love procedural dramas. I cannot wait, guys. I cannot wait for next week's episode because Adam has to deal with this. Hopefully Kim is back to help him, but Adam has to deal with this. We all know how passionate Adam can get about cases. I'm so excited. I give this first episode of season 12 a 10 out of 10. I've loved Chicago PD ever since I started watching it. Guys, let me know if you're a fan of Chicago PD, if you're a fan of the One Chicago universe on NBC in general. Let me know down in the comment section down below what you thought about it. Give this video a like, share it around to your friends, and I will catch you all next time.